Hello and welcome to Learning Rust Programming videos. In this video, we are going to learn to write Hello World program in Rust. So first, we are going to create directory. Let's open the command prompt. So I have Windows and I have already opened this command prompt. Here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create one directory for my project. So on Windows, I have a user profile directory. Inside that, I'm going to create project. Okay, all right. So here I'm going to create one directory name as hello world, and then we will be going into this hello world program. Now let's create main.rs. So I'm going to use, so you can choose whichever editor you like. I'm choosing Notepad, and here what I'm going to do is create main.rs. So rs is an extension of Rust executable file. So it is giving me warning that the main rs file is not created. Do you want to create it? I'm going to click on yes. So now you can see, yeah. So now what I'm going to start with function, simple main function in the Rust. So function in Rust starts with keyword fn, then main, empty parenthesis. So we don't have any arguments, and we will be starting with 4 spaces. And here I'm going to write println. Look at this exclamation mark. I'm going to explain what it is. And here I'm going to type the message hello world. So I'm going to explain, and don't forget to have semicolon. So this is our hello world program. I'm going to save it and we'll go back to our editor. So here if I do dir, you can see I have main.rs file created. Now if I want to run this program, I need to compile it first. So in Rust, we need to compile the code first using rustc compiler. So the first command is rustc. We are telling rustc compiler to compile this main.rs, and after the successful compilation, if I do again dir, you will see the 2 new files are created. One is main.exe and another is main.pdb. So let's run this main.exe. So it is printing hello world. Okay, so our first hello world program has been executed. Okay, so let's understand the so I'm going to first of all we'll come to this compilation part, but first of all let's open our code. That is main.rs. Let's understand what let's understand the code. So the first is main function. Main is a special function. It is always the first entry point for every executable Rust program. Here the function main is defined in the first line. That has no parameters, and it's returning nothing. If there were parameters, they would have gone inside this empty parenthesis. And function body is wrapped in curly braces. So this is function body where we have written this println statement. The body of main function holds this code println. The line does all the work in this little program, that is prints the text to the screen. There are 4 important details to notice here. The first, Rust style is to indent with 4 spaces and not a tab. Very important thing. So we added 4 spaces and not the tab. Second, println calls Rust macro. Okay. So this is the reason why I mentioned that this is an exclamation mark. So if you are using this exclamation mark, then it means you are calling macro instead of normal function. This is predefined macro. So for now, we just need to know that this exclamation mark means macro and not the function. And the next, so in subsequent videos where we will be understanding more about functions, then there we will understand more about this exclamation mark and function call. So the next thing is in this parenthesis, we have passed the string hello world. So this is a parameter. Okay, so this parameter is going to get printed to the console. And last part is, don't forget about this semicolon. This semicolon is the end of line, which indicates that this expression is over and next one is ready to begin. The most lines of the Rust code ends with semicolon. Also notice that the compiling and running are 2 separate steps in Rust. So first is we executed a program with rustc main.rs, and second step was execution where we executed main.exe. So let's understand the compilation process. If you are from C or C++ background, then you will notice that this is similar to GCC or CLang. After compiling successfully, Rust outputs a binary executable, that is the executable. On Linux and Mac OS, you will see 2 files. With PowerShell on Windows, you will see 3 files instead of 1. So source code file, as we have seen, main.exe, main.pdb, and main.rs. So main.rs is a source file, main.exe is executable file, and this pdb file creates parses Microsoft PDB, that is program database file. This PDB file is only created on Windows platform. It contains debugging information produced by most compilers that target Windows, including information about symbols, types, modules, and so on. So we don't have to worry about this PDB file for now, as it is only created on Windows platforms. If you are familiar with dynamic programming language such as Ruby, Python, JavaScript, you might not have used compiling and running a program as a separate step. But Rust is a ahead of time compiled language, meaning you can compile a program and give the executable to someone else. Then they can run it even without having Rust installed. So if you want to run even Java program, then they need to install JRE. If you need a browser to run JavaScript and so on. So if somebody wants to run Python, then they need to install Python runtime. So, but in Rust, you don't need to install anything. You can just give that exe, and that exe is executable. Exe or executable, maybe .out file in Linux or macOS. So next thing is about Cargo Package Manager. We can also use Cargo Package Manager to create Hello World. Let's check the Cargo if we have installed Cargo. Let's run Cargo version. Yes, so Cargo is installed. Now, what I can do is I will simply run one command. Let me clear this. Okay, Cargo new hello underscore cargo. So you can see it has created binary application hello cargo. If I do dir now, you will see one directory is created, that is hello cargo. Let's walk into this directory and see what this cargo has created for us. So now I'm into hello cargo. I'm going to do dir. Here I can see some files and directories are created. The first is this src directory. So it has also initialized this .gitignore file, and there is one cargo.toml file. Okay, so first of all, let's open this tcargo.toml file. For now, I'm using this I'm using Notepad. So here you will see it starts with package, and there are three parameters: the name of the project, the version, and edition. This particular heading section, this is used by compiler, and this is the configuration related information that Cargo needs. It provides it to the compiler so that Rust can use it. The last line is about dependencies, and these dependencies, if you want to import any third-party library, then you can mention those dependencies in here. Of course, in this project, we are not importing anything. That's the reason it is blank. But in subsequent project, we are going to use it. In Rust, the packages of a code are referred to as a credits. So if we won't need any other credits for this project, then we'll be using some credits in next project. So so we name it as a credits. So remember this thing. Now let's look at src folder. So if I go inside src folder, you will see there is main.rs file, and if I open, this is source file. It is very similar to what we have created, except this w is small. So I will come up. So all source code in this, whenever we create project using Cargo, your source code will reside in source directory. This src main.rc is generated by Cargo. It will contain main function, as we have seen. The difference between our project and project Cargo that was generated by Cargo is this src directory, and we have cargo.toml configuration file at the top of directory. Cargo expects your source files to live inside its src directory, the top layer project directory. You can have readme files, license information, configuration file, and anything else that is not related to project in top level project directory, that is this directory, where you have toml, gitignore, and here you can have this stuff like readme, license information, and other stuff. If you started a project that doesn't use Cargo, we did with Hello World project, you can convert that project that use Cargo, move the project code inside src directory, and create appropriate cargo.toml file. So now let's run this project. So we need to use cargo build command. Yes, so it has build, and then if you want to run, you can either use cargo run command, you can see, or you can directly run target slash debug slash hello exe. Okay, so in target folder, debug folder, there is a deliverable hello cargo.exe generated by cargo build. So if you run cargo run, it will automatically run this exe for you, or you can manually run it for yourself, whichever way you prefer. If you want to generate release command, then you need to provide cargo build release command. Then it will create. If you go to target directory, then you will see now I have release build also available. If I go to release, I would see, yeah, hello world cargo C. So this is release build. With simple project, Cargo doesn't provide a lot of value over just using rustc compiler, but it will prove its worth as your program becomes more intricate. So So frankly speaking, if you are using Rust for learning purpose, then Rust C will serve the purpose. But if you are going to use Rust as a framework for developing web applications or machine learning or any other enterprise application, then there is no choice. You have to use Cargo. So because once you are at a stage, then you need more and more dependency over other creds. Then you need this Cargo to coordinate the build. So thanks for watching this video. And in next video, we'll be starting with simple data types in Rust. Thank you.